Yes, namaste children. How are you all? Welcome to the class. Today we'll see the concept of triangles. Previous class already we learned types of triangles based on sides, based on angles. Let me recall once. So this is a triangle we know clearly. What is this RABC? It is a simple closed figure which is bounded by three sides. Is called a triangle, or we can say that a three-sided polygon is called a triangle. Yes, how many sides it has? Sir, it has three sides: AB, BC, and AC. Sir, it has three angles: angle A, angle B, angle C. Sir, it has three vertices. It has three vertices. Those three vertices are A, B, C. These are the parts of triangles. And also we learn types of triangles based on their sides length. Yes, what we learned better? We learned types of triangles. We learned types of triangles based on their sides length. Based on sides length. And also we learned types of triangles. Types of triangles based on angles, based on their angles. So let me recall once. See here we can see it has three sides: AB we can say, or we can say BA, BC or CB, CA or AC. It has three sides. Based on their sides length, we divided. One is, let me draw a triangle here. Yes, A, B, C are the vertices. If suppose length of AB is equal, length of AC equal, length of BC, all the three sides are equal. It is called equilateral triangle. It is called equilateral triangle. Equi means same, lateral means sides, same sides. Length of all three sides are same. Let me take suppose AB4, AC4, BC4 like that. This single arrow mark tells that all three sides are equal length. Let me take one more case. Suppose only two sides are equal, third one is different. Yes, only two sides are equal, I said. Let me take PR is some 5 centimeters, QR is some 5 centimeters, PQ and take a 4. Yes, any two sides are equal, it is called isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. And next one is scalene triangle. Yes, next one is, sorry. So let me draw like this. Next one is like this. I take scalene triangle here 4, here 5, here I take 6, here I take 5. Yes, it is called scalene triangle. 1 mark, 2 mark, here 3 mark. I am taking different mark on each side. The reason is lengths are equal, different. So all three sides are different. It is called scalene triangle. What do we call? Scalene triangle. This we know types of triangle based on sides. There are only three possibilities. We may take either all three sides are equal, any two sides are equal, or we can say three sides are different. All three sides are equal, equilateral, same sides. Any two equal, isosceles. All three different, scalene. Let's see types of triangles based on angles. I said it has three angles, A, B, C. So based on that angles, let's see the types of triangles. Yes, first case, let me draw a triangle. Yes, what we can say about these all three angles? Sir, all the three angles are less than 90. All the three angles are less than 90. Means acute angles. In a triangle, if all three angles are acute angles, it is called acute angled triangle. Acute angled triangle. Next one is, let me draw one more triangle. Yes, what you can say here? Sir, this one below 90 acute, even this also below 90 acute. Sir, it looks like right angle, sir. One is horizontal, one is vertical. It is like L shape. Sir, one of the angle is right angle. One of the angle is right angle. It is called right angled triangle. What do we call it? It is called right angled triangle. Similarly, let me take one more third one. Yes. Now you can tell me what do we call this angle? Acute angle. Acute angle. What about this obtuse angle? In a triangle, one of the angle is obtuse angle. It is called obtuse angled triangle. Yes. What do we call it? It is called obtuse angled triangle. In that obtuse angle So only one obtuse angle is possible, other two angles are acute angles. Only one right angle is possible, other two angles are supposed to be acute angles. These are the types of triangles based on their sides and based on their measure of angles. Now here today class we are going to learn specially about this triangle. This triangle, right angled triangle. So in that right angled triangle you can see three sides. These three sides have a special name. What is the special name? And also have a special condition. What is that special name? What is that special condition? What are the advantages of that special condition? What property is there for right angle triangle? What is the benefit of that property? We'll see all these things today class. Yes, okay children, now let's see here what is about right angle triangle and what is the property. I said one special property we have for right angle triangle. That property is called Pythagoras property. Here Pythagoras is the scientist named Beta. He is the Greek philosopher, and this Pythagoras scientist, he gave one wonderful fact, one special condition, special property for only right angle triangle. Let's see what is that special property. Yes, as we all know that right angle triangle is nothing but in a triangle one of the angle is 90 degrees. Yes, let me draw one right angle triangle. Yes, it is one right angle triangle. Here you can see the right angle, horizontal line, vertical line, like exactly this L shape. You can see a right angle. So let us give the name of right angle triangle vertex P. Here vertex Q I am taking, vertex R. So PQR triangle, right angle at P. Now here we can see PQ, QR, RP. We can say or PR. So we can see the three sides. These three sides of right angle triangle have one special names. Let's see what are the special names. Here we can see the right angle. Am I right? So angle P is 90 degrees. Right angle. Tell me what is the side opposite of right angle? Opposite means you can go straight, but opposite of this, yes, QR, or you can say RQ. Sir, opposite side of angle P, opposite side of right angle is QR. So QR is going to call hypotenuse. What do we call it? Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is nothing but this side name. In a right angle triangle, one of the side is called hypotenuse. Only this side is called hypotenuse. The reason is the side which is opposite of right angle. The side which is opposite of 90 degrees is called hypotenuse. Sir, what do we call other two sides like PQ and PR? Yes, other two sides PQ and PR, they are called like legs of right angle triangle. What do we call? They are called like legs of right angle triangle. Yes. These are the special names of right angle triangle. Let's see what are the property in Pythagoras property here. Yes, let me write here. What we can write in a right angle triangle. In a right angled triangle. In a right angled triangle. Side which is, yes, first point I can say that side which is opposite. What we can say better? Opposite of right angle. Side which is opposite of right angle. Means side which is opposite of 90 degrees is called, what do we call? Is called hypotenuse. It is called hypotenuse. Yes. And also what I said, other two sides. Yes. Other two sides. Sorry. Other two sides. Yes. Other two sides are called, what do we call them? Other two sides are called legs. Other two sides are called legs of right angled triangle. They are called legs of right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. Now let's see here what is the special property. I said we have a Pythagoras property now. This Pythagoras property is known for only right angled triangle. It is possible to apply only for right angled triangle. Let's see what about this Pythagoras property. Let me write here. Pythagoras property. What is Pythagoras property? Let's see here. Here the Pythagoras property is same triangle I can take here. So here the Pythagoras property is square of hypotenuse. Let me write here square of hypotenuse. Square of hypotenuse is, or we can say square of hypotenuse equal to sum of squares of other two sides. Sum of squares of other two sides. Means what is the meaning of this? Square of hypotenuse. Square nothing but power 2. Hypotenuse nothing but the side which is opposite of right angle. The side which is opposite of right angle. Let me draw same figure here once. Yes, right angle at P I think. Here the vertex Q, vertex R. So opposite of right angle is called what I said? Hypotenuse. So it is called hypotenuse. Now let's see this property with a square of hypotenuse. Means square of, what is the hypotenuse there? Hypotenuse is what? QR. The side QR is called hypotenuse. But because it is opposite of right angle, opposite of 90 degrees. Square half means bracket, hypotenuse means QR is called hypotenuse, equal to, take equal symbol, sum of, addition of, squares of, we can take like this, squares of other two sides. In this we can write other two sides. Hypotenuse already took here, hypotenuse square is good. Other two sides are PQ and PR. Sir, first what we can write PQ and PR? Your wish. First PR means next to PQ, or else first PQ means next to PR. Other two sides we can write anyone first. Addition no issues. First let me take PQ. Other one is what? PR. So this is the way we can apply Pythagoras condition. What is Pythagoras condition, ma'am? Square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. Or we can say that hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. What do we call? Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Sir, what is the importance of this formula? Why we need to learn? What are the advantages of this formula? Let me explain here. Advantages. See, one of the benefit is this condition is what we can say this property. Yes, let me write here. This property is useful. This property is useful to decide the given triangle is the given triangle is right angle triangle. Given triangle is right angle triangle or not. Means when we know the length of the three sides of a triangle, with the help of those three lengths, we can identify right angle triangle. Means those three lengths are possible. By using those three lengths, is it possible to form a right angle triangle or not? So by seeing their length, we can decide whether it is a right angle triangle or not. And other benefit is, yes, let me write here, when we know, yes, let me write when we know length of any two sides of triangle, length of any two sides of triangle, when we know length of any two sides of triangle, any two sides of, we can write right angle triangle, any two sides of right angle triangle, any two sides of, when we know length of any two sides of right angle triangle, by using Pythagoras, by using this property, which property? Pythagoras property. By using this property, we can find, yes, what we can find better? We can find length of third side. We can find the length of third side. Hope it is clear. So these two are the main advantages of this property. Which property, beta? Pythagoras property. One is it is useful to decide the given triangle is right angle triangle or not. Other one is when we know length of any two sides of a right angle triangle, by using this property we can find the length of third unknown side. Let's see the advantage of these two, means how we can apply this. Let's see some examples of these two advantages by taking some examples. See, I take one example here. What I said here, this property is useful to decide the given triangle is right angle triangle or not. Yes. Now here I give here length of sides of triangle. Length of sides of triangle are, they say like this: 6 cm, 8 cm, 10 cm. They are asking identify right angle triangle possible or not. Right angle triangle possible or not. Just what they gave it, just they gave only length of three sides of a triangle. They are asking whether by using these three right angle triangle is possible or not. So how can we verify here? Let me take solution here. Let me draw right angle triangle. I don't know whether right angle triangle is possible or not. Just I am taking rough figure. Right angle triangle I am taking here. 6 cm, 8 cm, 10 cm. Yes. Let me take one right angle triangle here. PQR. The side opposite of right angle is called, what I said here, hypotenuse. So length of hypotenuse is what? It should be always greater than other two sides. Length of hypotenuse is always greater than other two sides. Now here 10 cm is greater than other two sides, 6 and 8. Yes, hypotenuse must be 10. Other two sides, one is 6, one is 8. You take any one. This is 6, this is 8. This is 6, this is 8. You take any one. This is 6. This is 8. Now let us verify right angle triangle is possible or not. Let me repeat once. Here they give length of three sides better. Keep in mind the side opposite of right angle is called hypotenuse, and the length of hypotenuse is always greater. In these three, which side is greater? 10 cm. So this is the greater length. That greater length we can write always for hypotenuse. Because I said hypotenuse length is more than other two sides. Now other two sides are, one is 6, one is 8. This both we can interchange, that's no issues. 6 right here, 8 right here, no issues. Now let us verify the Pythagoras property. If the measurements are satisfying the Pythagoras property, they are possible for right angle triangle. If not, not possible for right angle triangle. So what is the property we have? Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. So we write here what we write beta by Pythagoras. By Pythagoras, what we know beta by Pythagoras? We know that, yes, let me write hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. We can write like this also beta. What is the hypotenuse? Opposite of right angle, which is PR. Yes, PR square is equal to. Sir, what about side? QR, PQR sides. So from this both you can write anyone in the place of yes. Let me take PQ one side, PQ square is equal to PR finished to PQ finished. One more is what? QR. One more side is I am taking QR whole square. What is length of PR? 10 square. What is PQ? 8 square. What is QR? 6 square. Sir, what is 10 square? Power 2 means multiply the base itself 2 times. 10 into 10 which gives us 100. Let me write here. 10 square means what better? 100 is equal to 8 square. 8 into 8. So power 2 means multiply the base itself 2 times. 8 extra 64. Let me write here 64 plus 6 power 2. 6 power 2. 6 into 6. 36 we can write. Yes. This gives 36. Now let's see, 100 is equal to 60 plus 30, 90, 4 plus 6, 10, 90 plus 10, 100. I got 100 is equal to 100, yes. LHS equal to RHS. The given three measurements, the given three length of sides are satisfying the Pythagoras condition. So that what we can say, right angle triangle is possible. Yes. What is the solution, beta? Yes. Yes. Right angle triangle is possible. Right angle triangle. Right angle triangle is possible. If the given three sides are satisfying Pythagoras condition, LHS is equal to RHS, then we can say that the given measurements are possible to draw a right angle triangle. Suppose if you are not getting both sides are not equal, means the measurements are not satisfying the Pythagoras condition. So in such case, you can say that right angle triangle is not possible. See here, this property is useful to decide the given triangle is right angle triangle or not. Yes, I took the Pythagoras. See, I took the length of three sides. With the help of Pythagoras condition, we can decide whether the given three sides are possible to construct a right angle triangle or not. Yes. Okay, children, let's see some more applications based on that Pythagoras property. I said that Pythagoras property is useful to decide whether the given measurements are possible for right angle triangle or not. And also I said that we can identify, we can find the length of unknown side in a right angle triangle. When we know length of two sides, to find the third unknown length by using this Pythagoras property, we can find the length of unknown side, I said. Based on that, let's see some of the applications. Yes, we will see one example here. Triangle ABC is right angle at C. At C we can take right angle triangle. Yes, let me draw a right angle triangle. Right angle at C. At right angle we can take the vertex C. Then what about other two vertices A, B? Sir, where we can write A and B? That is your wish. A, B or A, B. But at right angle should take only C. At right angle should take the vertex only C. Other two vertex A, B write anyway, no issues. Let me write here A, here B. Okay, na? You can write here A, you can write here B, no issues. But at right angle you can take only C. Triangle ABC, right angle triangle, right angle at C. If AB is equal to 25 centimeters, AB is equal to how much they said? 25 centimeters. What do we call this AB? I said, sir, it is opposite of this right angle. The side which is opposite of right angle is called hypotenuse. It is called hypotenuse. And also they said AC is equal to 20 centimeters. Length of AC is 20 centimeters. They are asking find CB or BC. What is the length of BC? Right angle triangle, we know length of two sides. We have to find the length of third side. So we have a Pythagoras property which tells about the relation between the sides of right angle triangle. With the help of that relation, with the help of that property, we can find the third unknown length. Yes. How can we find it here? Yes. Let me write. Given triangle ABC, right angle at C means angle C is equal to 90 degrees. And also they said AB is equal to 25 centimeters and AC is equal to 20 centimeters. Yes, what they are asking there? They are asking find BC. So we have a Pythagoras property about right angle triangle. Yes, we will write here by Pythagoras. Yes, by Pythagoras. By Pythagoras property. What we can say, beta? Hypotenuse square is equal. Hypotenuse square is equal. What is Pythagoras property? We have hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square we can write. So what is the hypotenuse? The side opposite of right angle. Angle C opposite AB is called hypotenuse. In the place of hypotenuse, let me write AB. So AB square is equal to, what about side? Other two sides. You write any one side first. Side, let me write first AC, then BC. Any one first you can write. Side I am taking here AC square plus other side is what? BC square. Only hypotenuse side opposite of right angle we can take outside beta. These two sides you can write any one first. AC first then BC or BC first then AC. That is your wish. what is the length of AB? 25. AB length is 25 square as this. AC length is 20 whole square plus what is BC length? We don't know BC length. We have to find BC whole square as this. 25 whole square. See 25 square here. Power 2 means beta 25 is called base. 2 is power. 25 power 2 is nothing but base is 25. So power 2 means multiply the base itself 2 times. We can write 625. This is called power and this one is called base. Power 2 is nothing but multiply the base itself 2 times. 25 into 25 which gives us 625. Do the same thing here also get 20 square. 20 square. Even here also you can see power 2 means multiply the base 20 itself 2 times. 2 2s are 4, 2 zeros. Yes, you can say 400 is equal to 400 plus BC whole square. Yes. How can we find the length of BC? By using method of transpose. Yes, by using method of transpose. This we can transpose that side. Make it BC separate. So plus 400 transpose this side minus 400. 625 minus 400 is equal to how much? BC square. 625 minus 400. 600 minus 400. 200. 225 is equal to BC square. Is equal to BC square. Yes. RHS you can see BC square. Now tell me 225 is the perfect square of these two numbers. If I write 13 into 13, should know some perfect square but valuable. 169 we can write. Here it is square there. So this also I want to express some number square. 13. This 14 square we can write like 14 into 14 which is nothing but 196. 15 square we can write 15 into 15 by multiplying these two which gives 225. So in the place of 225 what we can write? 15 square we can write. In the place of 225 we can write 15 square. Why? Because RHS is also perfect square then no BC square. So this also I want to write some number square. Powers are equal. So equal the bases. BC equal to how much? 15. Let write 15 is equal to BC or BC equal to 15. Length of unknown side is BC is 15. Hope it is clear for everyone. 225 we can write 15 square. So I wrote 15 square. Powers are equal to bases. 15 is equal to BC. That's all. We'll go for next. One more example based on that same concept. PQR is a triangle, right angle P. Even this also right angle triangle, right angle P it is. Yes, let me take my right angle triangle, right angle P. What about this QR? Write anywhere QR or QR, your wish. Let me write QR. But in right angle we can take only vertex P. Right angle P. In right angle should take only P better. And length of two sides are 8 cm, 15 cm. Sir, these two sides, let us see. Find the length of hypotenuse. Sir, what is hypotenuse? The side which is opposite of right angle is called hypotenuse. They are asking to find the length of this hypotenuse. They are asking to find the length of hypotenuse. Two sides are 8, 15. You take any one. Let me take this is 8. Like small there it is. Let me take this 15. Or else you can take this, you can take 8. This you can take 15, no issues. Two sides length they given. And they are asking to find length of hypotenuse. We have a property, Pythagoras property, which helps us when we know the length of two sides of right angle triangle to find the length of third side. By using Pythagoras property, we can find it. Yes? First we will given that a solution. What is given in my question? Given that triangle PQR. Triangle PQR, right angle P. We can write angle P is equal right angle is what 90 degrees. And also they said two sides. Yes. Two sides length. Two sides length is 8 cm, 15 cm. Okay, good. Then what should find? We have to find the length of hypotenuse is equal to how much? Length of hypotenuse we have to find. So what we can write here? Yes, we know that. What we know? We know Pythagoras property. Pythagoras property. So what is the Pythagoras property? We know that. Yes, we know that. So hypotenuse square is equal to side square. Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus what? Side square. Square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. Hypotenuse is what? Side one square you can take, or you can take side two square. Better. Two sides are not equal now. Let me take side one square and side two square better. So what is hypotenuse? We don't know. We have to find hypotenuse only. Hypotenuse is QR. Whole square is equal to. This hypotenuse with opposite of right angle. Side one. Sir, side one is what? Any one side. Any one side you can take. So one side is 8 centimeter. Let me take 8 square. Plus other side is 15 centimeters. Let me take 15 square. QR is equal to 8 square. 8 into 8, 64. Hope it is clear. 8 power 2. Power 2 means multiply the base itself 2 times. 64 we can write. Next 15 square. We can multiply 15 itself 2 times. 15 15 are 225. Yes. 15 square is 225. Yes. Now QR square is equal. Do addition here. 220 plus 60 280. 4 plus 5 9. Addition is 289. Now 289 is perfect square of this number. 16 farad, 16 square, 16 into 16, like it is 256. Sir, what is 17 square, sir? 17 square you can write 17 into 17, yes. Whose product is 289? You can multiply and see better, yes. Instead of 289, what we can write? 17 square we can write. Yes, let me write now QR square is equal to 289, you can write 17 square. Now powers are equal. Equate their bases also. Length of QR is equal to what? 17. So these are the advantages of Pythagoras property. Sir, what is the advantage? Here we know length of two sides of right angle triangle. We have to find the Pythagoras mean. We have to find the length of third side. We got length of third side by Pythagoras property. This is possible only for right angle triangle. Even here I know length of two sides. To find length of third side by using Pythagoras property, we are going to find it. Let's see one of the application of Pythagoras. Is 2.5, 6.56 can be sides of right angle triangle. We have to decide by using these sides, is it possible to form a right angle triangle or not. So we have to find the square of each side. Square of each side. So first write here square of first side 2.5. Square of 2.5 is equal to. Yes, we'll put rougher and we'll find out 2.5 into 2.5 is equal to how much you know? It is 6.25 better. You can multiply it if you want. The result is 6.25. So let's write here 6.25. Similarly, when you find the square of other side, square of 6.5 whole square is equal to. Means multiply 6.5 itself how many times? 2 times. 5 5 is 25. 5 to carry. 5 6 30. 30 plus 2 32. Next 6 5 is 30. 0 3 carry. 6 into 6 36 plus 3 39. 5 2 9 plus 3 12. 2 1 carry. 3 plus 12 4. 1 digit before 2 digit before. Total 2 digit before you can give decimal point. I got 42.25. Let me write 42.25. Next, you have to find square of third side. Yes, square of third side. 6 whole square is equal to what we can write? 36. Now, when we can say that the measurements are possible to form a right angle triangle, sum of square of any two sides is equal to side square, hypotenuse square. So we'll verify Pythagoras property. We'll verify Pythagoras property. See, this is both a small there. This one is greater length. This one is greater length. So we'll see by adding these two, is there any chance to get third one or not? Yes. Let me write now sum of two sides. We'll write here sum of squares of two sides. Sum of squares of two sides is equal to 6.25. Leave the greater one. This both smaller one we need to add. By adding this both smaller one, if you are getting the length of equal to greater, then the right angle triangle is possible. Sum of square sides is equal to 6.25 plus 36. I said except greater length, add the remaining two sides. Add the remaining two sides, sum of square of these two sides. 36 plus 6.25. See here, there is no decimal point. We can keep two decimal places. Two decimal places. Two decimal places. Do addition here. 36.00. Here we can write 6.25. Do addition here. 5, 2.6 plus 6, 12. 2, 1 can. You can say here 1 plus 3, 4. I got 42.25 is equal to 42.25. Yes. 6.5 here. Exercise 6.5. This you can try homework. Hope it is clear for everyone. We learned about Pythagoras property. It is possible only for right angle triangle. By using that, we can decide the given measurements are possible for right angle triangle or not, and also we can find the length of third side. When we know length of two sides, to find third side, we can use this Pythagoras property. Let's see one of the real life application based on Pythagoras property. Suppose this is the height of the building, like it is some 100 meters there, and AB is the height of the building, some 100 meters there. Here on ground one person is standing. Distance, and now that person is 50 meter away from the base of the school. 50 meter away from the base of the building. Now from here, suppose he is observing top of the building. From here, he is observing top of the building, and he want to know what is the distance from his eyes to top of the building. Let me read it once. We have one building which is 100-meter height. Near to that building, 50 meter away from the building, one person standing here. Now this person is observing top of the building, and also you know that you want to know that what is the distance from his eyes to top of the building. We can't measure this with help of tape. Yes, here we can say building is always perpendicular to the ground. Here we can see one right angle. Yes, it is called hypotenuse. By using Pythagoras property, we can find the distance from person eyes to top of the building. By using Pythagoras, we know length of two sides. We have to find third side. This is one of the application of Pythagoras condition. Hope it is clear. Thank you once again. We'll meet next class.